I don't think there's anything worse than losing weight just to gain all that weight back, or losing your big old ass stomach and then gaining all the stomach fat back. Not only is it frustrating, it's discouraging, but it's also downright embarrassing. And so in this video, I'm gonna show you simple ways on how to be consistent along your fitness or weight loss journey. That way you can get results, but you can also keep those results long term. All right, these are things that I use for myself, that I've also taught my coaching clients over the past 15 years, and so they definitely do work. So the first thing is this: you have to realize that seasons in our life change, and you have to understand what season of life are you in. And so let me give you an example. I used to do in-person personal training, and I would be training people throughout the whole day from 5 a.m. till 9 p.m. at night. And so I was able to work out in a gym whenever I wanted to, pretty much in between coaching clients. But now, since I do more online coaching, I help people all over the damn place, right? And I'm sitting at the house a lot more, working on content, shooting this video right now. You see what I'm saying? And at one point when I stepped into doing this full time, I found myself getting tired. I found myself having brain fog a lot more. And I'm like, man, what is happening to me? What's different? I'm a lot more sedentary. I became a lot more sedentary. And so the season of life that I was in when I was doing personal training, I was walking all day, picking up weights, training clients and moving in the gym, throughout the whole time, throughout the whole day. But now I became a lot more sedentary, and I had to make it a priority to hit the gym, a set time. And for example, another one, I was doing bodybuilding at one point in my career, and did a couple of shows. The only time I could hit the gym, 5 a.m. Had to go to the gym 5 a.m., work out 2-3 hours, because once I got to training my clients, I wasn't gonna be able to hit the gym at that length of time consistently, like just all the way through, because I had clients back to back. And so once I stopped doing that, now I'm doing what I'm doing with online coaching. Guys, I have a designated time. Now I don't work out early in the morning. Now I work out late morning, early afternoon. And so you just gotta be okay with knowing that our lifestyles are gonna change. Sometimes you may be extremely busy with work. Sometimes you're gonna have very demanding responsibilities with your family. And so when you used to be able to work out 6-7 days a week, right now you might only be able to work out 3, 4, maybe 5 days a week. You see what I'm saying? And so it's okay. No situation is better or worse. It's just being aware of what season you're in and understanding how to redesign or restructure your lifestyle to support the season that you're in, okay? Same thing with nutrition. I used to do bodybuilding. I was eating 6-7 meals a day. I got tired of doing that. So after I finished doing bodybuilding, I transitioned into doing more of a fasting eating regimen. Well, I eat 2 big meals a day and have 1 or 2 nice sized snacks. My breakfast turned into brunch, and then I had a nice sized dinner. You see what I'm saying? And so you have to be aware what season are you in, and then you start to shape your routines with eating and exercise and resting to support that season of life that you're in, okay? That way you can stay consistent. That's the first thing. Second thing, guys, you gotta live by a calendar, all right? You gotta live by a calendar. I remember I've joined so many different business coaching programs, and I used to say, man, that coach right there, he scammed me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I took an L. But now I realize I just learned a lesson, okay? And if you tried, maybe you invested into a coaching program, a nutrition training program, and it didn't work out for you, don't just feel like you took an L and never invest in coaching again or guidance and support. Say to yourself, man, what did I learn from this? You know what I'm saying? What can I look out for the next time I'm getting ready to invest in a coaching program? You see what I'm saying? And my point though is, this one coaching program I spent $5,000-$6,000, man, and this guy gave me these big audacious visions and promises that I was gonna be able to accomplish and launch my own gym, and but the only damn thing he taught me was use Google Calendar. And that's really all I got from the program. But needless to say, just learning that helped me avoid so much stress, so much overwhelm, because If you're like me, you have so many different responsibilities on a daily basis, especially if you're in a demanding career. You may have your own business. Maybe if you have kids, you got family that you're taking care of. It's a lot of moving pieces. And so what I started to use with Google Calendar is I started using Google Calendar to just simplify my day, simplify my schedule. And so that way it wouldn't just be on my mind, like, man, I gotta do all these different things. It's like, okay, this time of the day, I know I'm working out. This time of the day, I know I'm gonna be shooting content. This time of the day, I'm checking in with coaching clients. It just helped me break my day down, and that really reduced my stress. All right? And it allowed for me to be a lot more consistent because now I know what I need to do that day. Like if you just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna work out 3 or 4 days this week, but you don't know what time you go work out. You don't know what days you go work out. I know I'm gonna do it. You leaving it up to chance. And that's why a lot of people don't get the things done that they know they really want to get done. It's not like set in stone. Once you put that shit on paper, once you got it on your calendar, it's a done deal. It's happening. And that's how I look at my calendar. I live by it. And like nowadays, even with family time, we so busy. I know for myself, like my dad, he's super busy running his restaurant. He got a soul food restaurant. And if we don't plug things in on the calendar, man, we can go weeks without seeing each other. And it seems like a lot of people like that nowadays because we're so busy. And so the only way we really get things done now, whether it be a family reunion, going on a trip or vacation, meeting up with a friend or a family member, you gotta plug that thing into a calendar. And so that way it becomes real. It's like, this is happening. And even if it's setting your goals, plug it in on your calendar. I'm starting this day. By this day right here, I'm gonna hit my goal. You see what I'm saying? And so that way, nothing moves without a deadline, right? Nothing moves without a deadline. If you give yourself more time to get something done, it's gonna take more time. Like when I go to work out, I see on my calendar, no more than an hour. And so within that hour, once it hit a certain time, I know I gotta get up out of there. So I gotta move with like purpose, intention, and I'm not like just fooling around on my phone inside the gym talking to everybody, because I know I gotta get this done within this time frame. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the second thing, live by your calendar. I use Google Calendar. Now, it's very simple. You can color code it. You can have reoccurring tasks that you do on a daily and weekly basis. And then you can also plug in there things that you do like as a one-off task. Let's say you go meet up with your friends and your family on one specific day throughout the week, and you're like, okay, cool, well, let me just plug this in my calendar. That way, I already know ahead of time what's happening. And I'm able to tell everybody else, hey, look, this happened on this day, this time. You see what I'm saying? And it holds people more accountable, and hold yourself accountable too, all right? So that's the second thing. Last thing, number 3, man, you gotta have non-negotiables. You see all these folks out here, like if you're in a relationship, we have non-negotiables with our relationship, right? Maybe when you wake up, you wanna kiss your partner. You want a kiss from your partner. Maybe when you wake up, you wanna pray. You have non-negotiables, right? Same thing with your kids. Hey, baby, when you wake up, your ass, I need you to iron your clothes so you ain't looking like no homeless kid when you go to school. You know what I'm saying? Then pack your bag, then come on downstairs. It's non-negotiables that you got your kid doing on a daily basis, and you hold that like a standard to them. You see what I'm saying? It's like it ain't no wiggle room. You got to do this, and that's you disciplining them. Right? You keeping them disciplined to be consistent. That way they get out the house on time, they get on that bus on time, and y'all not late. You got to do the same thing with yourself, because a lot of times if you don't have non-negotiables in your life, man, your life will be all over the damn place. I know it's uncomfortable. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, man, I got to do this every day. It can somewhat get boring, but at the same time, that boring life gives you the freedom, because you're doing the things that you know you need to do on a daily basis to get the results you want in your life, whether that be in fitness, your relationships, your business. I remember at one point in my life, I was doing personal training, in-person training for about 12, 13 years, somewhere up in there. And I found myself just saying to myself, I had already started doing a little bit of online coaching, but I was like, how are all these online coaches like becoming so successful? Like, what are they doing? And I became frustrated, because I'm like, okay, well, I feel like I'm putting in the time, I'm putting in the effort. It's something that they doing that I'm not doing though. And Now where I am, got over 100-some-thousand followers on Instagram, and the Instagram and the YouTube and the Facebook are growing. You know what I'm saying? We out here. But I realized there's certain habits that I was doing back then, but I wasn't consistently doing those habits because I just wasn't aware that those things needed to be done. I would just do them sometimes. But now there's certain things I do on a daily basis and on a weekly basis to make sure that way I can have predictable results with my business. You see what I'm saying? Shooting content, creating podcasts, checking in on coaching clients. You see what I'm saying? It's like things I know I have to do to get to where I want to be at. And if I stop doing these things, the results stop coming. You see what I'm saying? AKA the following, y'all ass stop rocking with my content. You be like, damn man, I need to find somebody else who go be consistent. You see what I'm saying? Who go show up on a weekly basis. And same thing for you. If you want to lose weight, if you want to be able to slim down your waistline and keep the weight off, keep the results, you have to have non-negotiables, rituals, routines, habits that you do on a daily and weekly basis. I'm talking about things like if you're just eating healthy right now, you need to understand how much are you eating. And you like, dang man, I'm eating healthy, but the weight not coming down. Well, you need to make it a non-negotiable to track how much you're eating on a daily basis. That way, you know you're not overeating. Maybe you want to build up muscle. You want to, get more cut up and toned. You like, man, I don't need to lose a lot of weight, but I just want to tighten up and tone a little bit. Where's your ass hitting the gym consistently? Because you're not going to tighten and tone unless you're hitting the gym consistently. If all you're doing is cardio, you go look weak, skinny, fat, and frail. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. If you want to look good in your clothes, and when you take your clothes off, then you absolutely have to hit the gym, man. You can't just do cardio. You can't just eat right. You have to hit the weights. All right, that's why I made the shirt, make dates with the weights. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to do these things consistently. It has to be in your routine. And if you don't do them consistently, if you don't make them non-negotiables, just don't complain. Don't complain about the ramifications of you not doing it. AKA, you go be skinny fat. You had a big old ass stomach. If you're not gonna eat healthy food at least 80 to 90% of the time, and then eat your favorite food the other 10 to 20%, then yeah, you go have health issues because you're eating too much junk food. If you eat too much junk food, that's how you get type 2 diabetes, and high blood pressure, and heart disease, and erectile dysfunction, because you don't have any non-negotiables around how often do I eat junk food? How often do I drink alcohol? How often am I smoking marijuana that's making me eat a lot of junk food? You see what I'm saying? You gotta hold yourself to a higher standard, and holding yourself to a higher standard is saying to yourself, on a daily and weekly basis, these things absolutely have to get done. Like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right. The same way we hold, the people that we love and care about, our kids, our partner, to a certain standard, like things have to happen a certain way, non-negotiables, you have to hold yourself to certain standards as well. Otherwise, you're gonna have inconsistent results. All right. And so just think about it. What are your non-negotiables? How many hours of sleep are you gonna get? What time are you gonna go to sleep? What time are you gonna wake up? What days out the week are you gonna work out? You see what I'm saying? How often are you gonna eat out? Like eating fast food. Like even just something as small as that makes such a big difference, man. Like I remember at one point I was eating out almost every day of the week. And I'm like, man, why am I feeling so tired? Why do I have brain fog? I'm working, I'm doing cardio, why do I have brain fog? I'm eating junk food. I'm eating fast food all the time. You can't do that and expect to be healthy. They have all them extra additives and calories and processed food that you're eating. You gotta eat at home. And I'm not saying you can't eat out ever, but if you wanna make sure your health is on point and health in check, you gotta eat food at the crib. You gotta drink water. You can't be just drinking simply lemonade and celebrating being fat on the weekends. Drinking sweet teas and alcohol with so much sugar in it. You have to have some non-negotiables and some boundaries around how often you do these things. It's not that you can't do them, but you have to have structure with how often you're doing these things. And so I'll end with this. A lack of consistency comes from a lack of structure. When you lack structure in your life, there will be a lot of inconsistency. Let's take McDonald's. Of course, it's not the healthiest food. You know what I'm saying? Like people they'll buy a chicken sandwich or a burger, and they'll keep that motherfucker in their closet for years. Be like, look at this. Ain't nothing changed about this, bro. Ain't nothing changed about that chicken sandwich. You see what I'm saying? And of course, it's not healthy. But here's the thing. Why is McDonald's still so successful? Because they have bulletproof systems. A person can get out of prison today and go work at McDonald's because they have solid systems. That's how they're able to keep consistent revenue coming in. You gotta treat your body like a system. You gotta treat your body like a business, your life like a bit, like you the CEO of your life. That's how you gotta live. Like, what are the systems that you're gonna have in your life for your health? What are the systems, aka routines, are you gonna have in your life for your relationships, your finances? You gotta have routines and systems in your life. Otherwise, there's gonna be inconsistency. All right. But hopefully you found this this YouTube video helpful. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if there's certain things you want to hear me talk more about, on YouTube, go ahead and comment those things down below, and I would love to know what you found most helpful in this video. All right, so comment that below as well. And with that said, we out of here. Let's go.